The All on Green podcast with Cam and Matt, shining a light on the overlooked sports of New Zealand. Thanks to Baseline.
Welcome to the All on Green podcast. We've got Bobbie and
Cam.
Okay, we'll say it a bit louder.
Cam.
How are we this afternoon, Bobbie?
All good, thank you.
So, we're talking about Kī-o-Rahi and how it's not that commonly known, but is a really fun game. Can you run us through Kī-o-Rahi?
So it's like touch, ripper, netball and handball, kind of all in one. It's in a big circle. You play taniwha kioma, kind of like attack and defence, and one scores tries, one throws at a barrel, you switch over each quarter, and then, yeah.
Yeah, because have you heard of the sport before? Like we researched this.
I remember playing it once or twice in high school, but I just thought it was a sport that my teachers made up.
Was it like just for like PE or something? Was it like
part of PE.
Yeah, because I swear I don't know why like Lincoln had like all of those like korfball and stuff. Because like I was talking to people here and like half of them don't know what korfball is. So like I don't know why Lincoln like ran all of those sports. But like obviously it's good, but like I just thought everyone knew it, and then we started talking about it, and like no one knew any of these sports. Yeah. So it's just like real weird.
Because how long have you been playing?
Maybe like almost 7 years now.
7 years?
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
Started in primary school. My matua just made us play one day instead of doing te reo. And then when I came to high school, I recognised it, and matua Tihi, he just did that instead of te reo lessons pretty much. So kind of took off from there. I played in the school team, but Sam and I, my partner, we made a club in the South Island.
You made...
Yeah, because there just wasn't one, so we just decided to create like a Kī-o-Rahi club.
How do you create a club?
A lot of recruitment.
How many people do you have?
Maybe about 60 now.
60.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? So was everyone like just like waiting for someone to make it, or like you had to like get people to like learn who are just interested?
Oh, we had like a few people waiting for something because like when I left high school there was obviously like nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really want to play, so let's just create this club, and then we just recruited more people and they got interested and just stayed with us.
So how does it... Do you just play within the club, or are there other clubs that you converse with as well?
So there's a senior national tournament that we went to in February, and we only had 9 players for an 8-a-side tournament. So we went up there and we played against like Wellington, Huntly kind of areas, Bay of Plenty, kind of like those regions, and versed them. So like came fourth, but it was all good for 9 players. So we'll be going there again in December this year with 5 teams instead of just the one.
And that's made out of those 60?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
How long did it take you to build up to 60?
We're still going. We're still on the recruit to fill in the teams.
What's the goal? Like, is there a set goal of how many?
I don't think there's a goal. We'll just keep going. Just don't want to lose anybody.
Right, should we
I was
get
about to
this
say, do
ball
I crack
rolling?
him with the wheel?
I mean, I reckon you take the first.
Mate, it's in front of you. You go for it.
Bobby, would you like to spin the...
No, you go first. You go first.
Okay. All right. So, if it lands on green, the episode ends. It has landed on red, meaning we're about to ask you a somewhat personal question. We've done our research. You keep very tight-lipped on your social medias. Couldn't find much on Instagram. Couldn't find much on Facebook. But...
You sound like a creep.
If you could go back and give your younger self one or anyone listening a piece of advice, what would it be?
Jump into things head first and just go 100% into it, not half pie, just all the way.
Did you go in head first, or do you think if you had that advice from the beginning, anything would be different?
Well, now I have, I think. Maybe 3 years ago, no. But yeah, everything's gone a bit quicker, and everything's just going the way I want it to now, just because I'm going 100%.
So with you building the club, does that mean you're like head of the club? Does that give you all these massive responsibilities, or?
We kind of built it with me, Sam Draper, and Tahirangi Brightwell, matua. But let's just say that I do all the
admin.
Oh, yeah. So I would like to think of myself as the chair. Just brought all of our gear as well. It's cost about just over $1,000 to actually get a full Kī-o-Rahi set, which you wouldn't think because it's literally a barrel and some sticks. But yeah, and getting that all shipped down from the North Island, doing all that. Yeah.
We even
Are
buy
they
that
all
from?
custom? Or
Yeah, it's kind of custom, but it's mainly comes from like Auckland. And then to freight a barrel costs $500. So we just brought one off Facebook Marketplace.
yeah, I was going to say just chuck it in the ocean. It'll float down eventually.
Yeah.
It's me.
I think it's your turn.
Red.
We've got another red. So another personal question.
What does the number 7 mean to you, and is it more than just a jersey number?
Oh yeah, that's my favourite number.
Is there a reason behind that?
Well, I'm born on the 7th, so I just liked it because it's like, I swear it's like the most common favourite number, but like I only like it because I'm born on that day. So
Yeah, that's mine too. Don't worry about it.
See, I find it interesting because my favourite number is -7. Everyone forgets about the negatives.
Have you seen a jersey with a negative on the front of it?
Other than being born on that day, there's no relevance.
nah, nothing else.
And I assume since you are the chair of your club, you were able to choose that number. And
Yeah.
Does everyone get a choice, or are they just
No.
allocated?
I brought 70 jerseys. I did 1 through 70.
And you just made sure you.
I did the smaller sizes at the start, big sizes at the end. That's your size, you get that number. Got it.
Did you have to design them all as well, or
Yep, yeah.
how long did that take?
Oh, not too long. I had a good company that I worked with, 374, and they're a Māori company, so I gave them the designs, everything, and they just put it all together.
Yeah, do you have any like sponsors?
Yep, we
Is
do. So we've got Te Pūtahitanga, which is our main sponsor. We've also got University of Canterbury. We've got Horsel Butcher and Horsel Fresh.
And does that cover the entire team, or do people still have fees to be a part of the club? Or
Well, we're trying to use that funding, trying to buy all the gear, buy all the stuff that will last a long time.
long-term investment as opposed
Yeah.
to short-term?
Yeah.
Would you like to take a turn at spinning our wheel?
Okay, sure.
Surely it's going to land on black this time. We can't have 3 reds in a row, can we?
No.
That's plausible. What's your money on?
Well, it's 50-50.
Well, it's still rolling, but I reckon that's close enough to a red.
All right, man, you're up.
How did your experience as head student shape your leadership style, both on and off the field?
It's like pretty different being a leader in like a Māori space than it is to like a mainstream Pākehā space. So I'd say that it didn't really affect it too much. It probably just enhanced my connections like to the most. Just like in a Māori space, you're not really like the leader. It's like a group of leaders that kind of do the main stuff, but there'll be someone to kind of like dictate those group of people. But I think in the more Pākehā white space, you kind of have like the one person and they kind of do most of the stuff.
Do you think you would have still started the club and all that without that leadership experience?
Yeah, I reckon.
And
yeah.
think you would have still been in the same head first diving in?
I think that also helped with that kind of mindset because I didn't really dive in head first until just after that. So I think that kind of made me realise that I need to take things at 100% from that experience.
Was there a reason you went for head student? Like, or just came out and you just wanted to?
I just want to see more like Māori leadership in Pākehā space. So me being me, I wanted to, get in there.
Some schools you get approached by the principal, some schools you apply. Did you have to apply for that role or were you approached to run for it?
I ran for the role, but throughout my junior years, there were people that were telling me or like kind of like pushing me towards that direction, I find.
Teachers, peers?
I think a bit of both.
A bit of
but
everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can finally get a black. Surely it's time.
I reckon it's black.
It's finally a black question.
Hell yeah.
Right, take it away, Cam.
What is the biggest award or achievement you've won playing sport?
I'm not really like a award sport kind of person. I kind of just like to be there and just have fun, to be honest. Well, it's going to sound like I'm like bragging.
It's your chance to gloat. Take the pride and glory.
Year 11, I got MVP for the Kī-o-Rahi competition. I got the Spirit Award of Kī-o-Rahi 2 times in a row at Lincoln. But yeah, everyone voted me for that one.
Do you play any other sports or like just Kī-o-Rahi?
I play netball, rugby, and touch as well.
When we were scrolling through your Instagram, there was a photo of you holding like a really big
Oh yeah.
Award.
Yeah.
What was that one?
Because we were the first team to win the South Island Kī-o-Rahi champs. Yeah. It was year 13. We won the first ever South Island comp.
Does the school keep a hold of that trophy, or does it get recirculated?
They took it back after we took the photos. Because they didn't actually have a proper trophy, so they just got one that wasn't really being used for anything. But it looked really cool because it was massive.
You have to move forward. It's like you're a really old guy every time.
Well, I am.
You got
old,
the
right?
grunting and groaning. You just need your.
Can you guess what colour it is?
It's red.
Kind of already covered this, right? Like, oh no, not really. What's happening now after high school?
Just in general.
Like education.
Yeah, education,
I'm at-
personal life, it all.
Yeah, I'm at UC studying politics and Māori studies. And yeah, just Kī-o-Rahi on the side. So that's pretty much my life.
Now, I might be screwing up one of the later on questions, but about the politics, we did research into your youth MP situation.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that like, talking in Parliament and...
Well, it was a real good experience. It was real fun. Yeah, I did really enjoy my speech, like doing that. Like, that's a pretty cool thing to say, that you've spoken in Parliament. Yeah, it was a good learning experience, being interested in politics. I really enjoyed getting to actually do the stuff that MPs get to do. Like, we sat on a submission committee and we're in a caucus, like all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't just like the actual sitting in Parliament, like it was all these other aspects, and getting to like work with people in the community. That was quite cool to do that connecting.
So like, when did you get like into politics kind of and said like, I want to like, pursue this?
Maybe year 12 probably, because I just noticed a lot of things weren't going the way that I wanted it to go in the future. So I was like, what better way to fix it than just get involved myself?
Bobbie, do you want to spin it again? There's a bit of oomph behind that.
It's black out, yeah.
Oh, it's black.
It's black.
You called it.
Rip off, man.
With it being a mixed gender sports game, does it become difficult trying to work with the opposite gender with stereotypes of maybe not being as good as the others?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're in a team that you don't really know the people, because often the boys, they try to take over. It's kind of given. But when they don't know the girls that they're playing with, they often like skip them or don't pass to them.
I was about to say, like, can you play the game with just passing to men?
I guess you could, but what we have all kind of said that girls kind of win the game, because your best boy is probably going to match your best, their best boy, like any day. Like, you're given to have one good player and one other good player on their team. But the girls, if you've got a really good group of girls, there's going to be normally one mismatched girl, and you just target that mismatch over and over. So I would say that it's you've got to use the girls to actually get serious and play the game, because otherwise those other girls, they're not going to be able to stop.
So like when you got like a well team, it's completely fine, but it's when, I don't know, you get put in a team that you don't know, or like you're filling in or something maybe. Yeah.
And just social teams, you could probably do it, but like it's not like super fun, like, because that means you've just got the ball all the time, because it's 4 split, so it's only if it's 4 boys, like, it's pretty obvious that they're just running around with the ball and ball hogging. And normally we have a girl in the middle that plays kaitiaki, so they're normally feeding it out to everyone anyway. So yeah.
Do you notice quite a bit in other teams?
in the good teams, you see a good balance, but in the other teams, it's normally guys that dominate. You don't really see girls dominating over the guys.
What would the ratio of your club be, male, female? Is there more of any particular gender, or is it pretty equal?
So we've filled all of the guy spots in all the teams. So it's about 7 guys per team, and we've got 5 teams. And then for girls, we struggled to get girls to fill in the numbers. So there's probably less girls because there's also some girls playing on the first 2 days of comp and then the second 2 days of comp for a separate team. So whereas the boys are normally playing separate days.
What do we reckon it's going to land on? Red? You reckon red? What do you reckon, Bobbie?
You're red.
Landed on red.
What are some long-term goals you're aiming for, both in sports and personally?
I'll just do personal first because that's a bit easier. I'd like to work in some sort of form of governance role, whether that be like MP or working in like policy analyst work or something like that in the future. For sports, probably to grow the club, so it's because we're the only club in the South Island at the moment, so it'd be great to see other clubs form, and if they don't form, then maybe grow out to include more communities in the South Island.
So is MP like best possible scenario?
I'm not too sure yet. I think that would be like one of the goals, but yeah, I'm not too set on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Could you ever see yourself becoming Prime Minister of New Zealand? Or is
Yes.
that you can?
Oh
see
yeah,
yourself-
that would be like the top end goal.
That's the top end goal?
Yeah, because hopefully there would have been a Māori Prime Minister since, because there hasn't been one that's been elected. Yeah, and then also like the first female Māori Prime Minister, that'd be quite cool.
What would be your first big change? Do you know what you
I
would
don't know.
I'll put you on the spot.
We got into
with that.
politics very fast, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe something to do with education. I'm not too sure.
Make Kī-o-Rahi a permanent subject in every school. Okay.
Black?
Black, right. In your opinion, what's the most important quality a player needs to succeed in a mixed gender sport like Kī-o-Rahi?
Well, probably teamwork and communication, I would say. Because you could be like the worst player on the field, but if you've got good comms and just you know your team well, like that can easily rank you up.
How does that quality compare to the other sports you've played like rugby and netball?
I still think you do got to have those skills, but I think it's even more important to have it in a mixed environment because like in netball, there's just not many people on the team, so everyone's quite one unit, but when you get like 16 people in a team like in Kī-o-Rahi and it's also split in boys and girls, you need to have the mix and the chemistry between all the players.
Right. Is it the last question? I think.
What are we betting? Black or red? Red. Finishing with a personal. I read that you've brought your family into the club. Is that true?
Yeah.
That you've incorporated family into it?
Yeah, so my youngest brother plays in the under-16 team. My other brother plays in under-19 and under-21, and my parents play in the Masters team.
Did they all have to have trials or did they get straight in?
We did a trial, but they're all pretty good anyway, so I'd say that.
I mean, learning from the pro, obviously, they're pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, they're all just been involved anyway throughout like the 7 years that I've played. They've been watching or playing in social games, so it was only fair that they joined in the serious time.
What do you think the biggest misconception people have about Kī-o-Rahi is?
Well, that it's like a Māori only sports. Like our competition team in 2021 was, I would say, 70% Pākehā, and we still ranked in the top 15 teams in New Zealand. It's like being Māori doesn't have to affect how you play or anything like that. And we don't speak Māori all the time. We use Māori terms, but we break it down. We have John Modis, who plays in the team. He didn't even know how to count to 5 in Te Reo before he started. And he's running around like this, counting on his hands while he's collecting po. And he's picked up stuff along the way.
Yeah, so pretty much anyone can play and very welcoming.
Yeah. And all ages and all athletic abilities can play too.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So can do younger people get matched up against older people, or is there kind of different?
So we play on a Tuesday night at Hunay Park, and it's just whoever shows up just plays pretty much. Yep. So I'll play in the team with my 13-year-old brother, and then there'll be some kids that are 8 that are running around playing. So you'll try to match them up with someone that's a bit younger, obviously, but it's good to just play with them, so then they get to build up their confidence and they have a better playing style when they get older.
And how could people get into the sport if they were interested?
Well,
come see you.
Yeah, literally, because we do need more people always. And we have our socials, so we have Waihora Kī-o-Rahi, and Kī-o-Rahi Ki Waitaha has all of our Kī-o-Rahi details for what's happening in the region. And we have, like I said, Hunay Park on a Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. You just show up with your boots or your sneakers, whatever, and there's a team there waiting for more players, always.
So you just get random people turning up sometimes that they've never seen before, and they just get put into a team?
We don't even know them. They just show up because they've seen it on Facebook, and then we just join them in the team.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming and being our first guest on the All on Green podcast. We have a photo wall, and we've printed off a photo that we would love your signature on.
Oh.
Now, we had to dive through, and we found this photo.
Yeah, you weren't getting a playing photo from me. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you.
And that's full time for today. New episodes dropping every Tuesday and Thursday.